Imagine this. You're standing on the banks of the mighty Nile River. It's the lifeblood of Egypt, a source of water, food, and transport. For thousands of years, its predictable floods have brought fertility to the land, a gift from the gods, or so the Egyptians believed. But one day, everything changed. Moses and Aaron, sent by God, stood before Pharaoh with a simple but powerful message. Let my people go. Pharaoh, viewing himself as a god, refused. He was the most powerful man on earth, ruler of a vast empire. Why would he listen to these two men and their unseen God? So God decided to show his power in a way that would strike at the very heart of Egypt. Aaron, as instructed by God through Moses, took his staff and struck the water of the Nile in full view of Pharaoh and his court. In an instant, the unimaginable happened. The clear, life-giving water transformed into blood. Not just a reddish tint, but thick, foul-smelling blood. The entire river, from its delta to its cataracts, all its tributaries, canals, and reservoirs. Even the water stored in wooden and stone jars turned to blood. The river, once teeming with life, became a river of death. The fish died, their bodies floating to the surface, adding to the horrific stench that filled the air. The Egyptians couldn't drink from their sacred river. They desperately dug wells along the banks, searching for clean water, but the plague was relentless. For 7 days, the land suffered under this divine judgment. It was a direct challenge to the Egyptian gods, especially Hapi, the god of the Nile, and Osiris, whose bloodstream was said to be the river itself. They were powerless. Yet Pharaoh's magicians, with their secret arts, managed to replicate the feat on a small scale, turning a small amount of water into blood. This was all the proof Pharaoh needed. Seeing his own sorcerers could do something similar, he hardened his heart. He dismissed Moses and Aaron, turned his back on the suffering of his people, and refused to let the Israelites go. The first plague had struck, a terrifying display of God's power. But it was only the beginning. Pharaoh's stubbornness would bring even greater devastation upon his kingdom. Thanks for watching. If you want to follow this story of faith, power, and freedom, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next plague.